Give me a second to post this. I want to post it, and then I'm going to give a energy report for November. We have a lot of crazy things going on, a lot of heavy energy. Just give me 1 sec. I'm going to post this and get started. Basically, we have a lot of heavy stuff going on with the elections. Hang on. And we just went into Scorpio, so right now it's all about emotions, and you're seeing a lot of stuff come to the surface. Hang on 1 second. So you're seeing a lot of like shadow stuff coming to the surface. And just remember, before I even get started, we do live in a manifest reality. So we really do have a choice over anything we're going to see. So don't let these energy forecasts influence you in a great way. Just like take it like everything else, you know, into perspective. Basically, we're going to see a lot of dark energies this month. We just got over that new moon energy, which is like, it just makes you feel kind of like almost like a psychic burnout, like you're in a funk. You can't really do everything like you want. It just can make you go through these periods where you're just like blah, you know, you just feel like maybe your third eye is not working so hot, whatever. That's a good time to rest. These energies are very powerful though. But it doesn't matter, because you're seeing like things pick up intensity everywhere. Like you're really seeing things like basically, this is a pot and it's starting to boil. Like we're really reaching like a point where it's starting to be really noticeable. But I'm seeing like you're going to be okay with it. You're going to be okay. You're going to be able to just be perfectly okay and real zened out and calm about all this. And you're really just sitting here watching everything happen around you. Whereas in the past, you might have been like, oh my God, what do I do? What can I do to change this? What can I do to help? And you're learning the ways you really can help and influence things, and that is to control your own life and to manifest your own reality and to do what you can and do what you can control, and that is your life. So it's just really, you're going to see a lot of really crazy things in 3D. You're going to probably see a big false flag event, possibly Monday. It depends on the election outcome. You're going to see just a lot of really crazy things picking up intensity. You're seeing Earth, Wind, and Fire destroy 3D. As of now, Alabama is about to start on fire today. Like there's a really big portion of Alabama on fire from a drought. They were on fire yesterday, but they're really going to go up today. So you're going to see crazy things in 3D. It really is being destroyed all around us. There's just like really big cataclysmic earth events going on, like everywhere, like earth, wind, and fire basically. And you're really seeing it destroy the third dimension. So right now is really a good time to pick what you're in alignment with. And lucky for me, I'm only really drawing people to me that are on the right path. They've been on the right path. And basically, when I say you're on the right path, you've all been on the right path since you were born. It's not like, oh, I've been on my ascension path really like a year, I could say, you know, really, but I'm new at this. But I've been on this path my whole life. I've been preparing for this my whole entire life, and so have all of you guys. And the thing is that you're learning that it doesn't matter what kind of energies are coming our way. It could be light, it could be dark, whatever. You're learning to be a Jedi, a master. You can really master any kind of energies, and you're learning now to make those energies work for you, which is really amazing. You're learning that when these moons are all crazy, you can manifest things. You're just learning like how to deal with it. When you have these storms, jump in, figure out what's going on. I had someone message me this morning, and they're like, oh my God, I'm having these, you know, visions and dreams of my ex-boyfriend of like 8 years ago. Is that my twin flame? Am I supposed to be with him? No, no, no. You're seeing memories from your past. It could be your childhood. I have been dealing with stuff in my dreams. I'll get into that in a minute. But you're supposed to view these and let go of them. They're not serving you. You can't hold on to these toxic memories. You can't hold on to even those really like any kind of memories you're seeing. You're supposed to view them, acknowledge it, look at it from a different perspective, and let it go. It's not serving you. We're working on becoming as light as possible. Ascension is going to be about walking into heaven in your human body. So you're going to really need to lighten everything about yourself. You're trying to live in your light body. So you have to let go of anything that's not serving you, because it's going to really lower your vibration. And we're learning that you have to have a really high vibration like all the time, and you can't do that overnight. I just put the amazing thing on my page, a post by Kevin Leon on vibration. You can't, it's so accurate. You can't raise your vibration overnight. You're not going to be able to. That's why everyone's going to be in trouble that's not working now, because you're not going to be able to raise it that fast to catch up. I've been constantly for a year working on raising my vibration every day to get to where I'm at now. So I'm just going to tell you, it's a very slow process as we're finding out. But now we've all been doing this. We've all been working on this, and we have a really good head start. Our vibrations are much higher than the average. We're seeing multiple frequencies, multiple channels, and you're going to see a mass awakening. You're starting to see it. You can't deny it anymore. But these people aren't like we are, where we're in a good place and we've been doing this a little while. They really are lost and don't know where to turn. If they're new at this, it's really confusing. It can be disorienting, as you recall. And you're seeing this on a mass level, though. I'm seeing maybe people that are like in the military or police forces, where they're realizing, oh my God, I didn't know. I was so unconscious, but now I'm waking up, and this I'm helping be a part of the problem by supporting these systems that are supposed to be protecting the people, and they're not. They're clearly not serving them, and it's really like, oh my God, for them. Like where they just took all that money back from those military people, that they were taking their bonuses back, and now they're realizing, oh, they're screwing us too. They're screwing them too, and they're starting to wake up to this. So it's just kind of disorienting. You have people at all levels of evolution, and we're going to be the light workers that are paving the way to help people in this process, just by shining bright and having a high vibration. It's going to really draw the right people to you, and we're really connecting with our soul group and drawing back, the members that we always incarnate with, because for so long we were choosing our friends based on what they presented with their ego and not by their vibration. Now we're learning how to read people's vibrations, and we're basically just becoming really good at this and tuned in. And I'm really glad to tell you I'm doing this video, because that moon energy is gone. I slept much better last night. Not amazing, but much better, back dreaming and doing stuff in my sleep, so I was real happy about it. So for those of you that wanted to astro travel this weekend, like starting tonight and tomorrow night, is perfect for that. Perfect for lucid dreaming, astro traveling, all sorts of stuff like that. Because none of you guys have been sleeping good anyway, probably. Or I saw a lot of headaches yesterday. Even I think I had one. Just because these energies are really intense. We're all getting upgraded right now. So I'm seeing ascension symptoms go around on a massive scale too, where people just think they're sick, but it's really ascension symptoms all over again. So just drink a lot of water to flush the toxins out of your body, because we're always working on purging our inner temple in our body, and we're always letting go layer upon layer of stuff, and emotions are stored in your stomach and your intestine. So this is a really physical process. You can get physically sick from removing these blocks and stuff from your chakras. What else? Yeah, basically that's about it. You're just seeing everything pick up pace, like on a massive scale, and I mean like acts of nature destroying 3D. So it's really amazing to just watch with an open mind. Remember, the elections are Tuesday, and the goal has been to divide and cause chaos among the people, to basically institute martial law. That would be the goal of the elite. So just really try not to feed into it, because any kind of fear, anxiety, oh my God, that's such a low vibration. That's why it's pumped into the masses. I can't even imagine the real news. It's bad enough the real news I do watch that's accurate. So I can just imagine the stuff that's pumped onto like major TV labels and stuff. Just be really aware, because that will just bring your vibration all the way down, and then they win the game if that happens. So you can ascend. The goal is ascension. You need your vibration as high as possible. So focus on love and gratitude, and anything that really just makes you happy. Like, we're supposed to be living lives to the fullest. There's more to this place than Prison Planet and working every day. I know that we're taught that's all there is, and that we are our jobs, we are these labels, and that is all we ever will be, and that's all we are, and we're so disposable, but that is so far from the truth. And we're talking about, some people are about to see America's not going to be made great again. It's going to be destroyed, along with the entire 3D illusion. It's going to be destroyed. So if that's all you're seeing, if you're locked into 3D, you're going to see the end, as in the end of everything. But don't worry, you won't die. Your soul's infinite. You'll just go to another planet to learn in the third dimension for 75,000 more years. And war, greed, all those lower vibrations are going to go with you. So it sounds really shitty. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going there. No. So this is the life I got out of here. I came to help try to get people out of here. We're trying to liberate ourselves. We don't want to be stuck here. We don't want to be wrapped in karma. I want to talk a little bit about karma too, because I think and I know that you can get rid of your karma by doing the right inner work and getting rid of it. Like, you can completely get rid of it. You can transmute it. You don't have to serve it. So a lot of times we have this karma and we might not even be aware of it. For a really long time, I couldn't remember any of my past lives, and I'm sure a lot of people can't. It's just the memories are just coming back. So really, like, karma is going to be what ties people to that 3D paradigm, karma. And we choose to have that karma by not forgiving people, and it's just something we choose, because we can go ahead and play the victim, and that people will end up the worst that do that, because you're the perpetrator too. We all are one, and we come from one source, and every one of you guys is just a different incarnation of myself, basically, but on a really crazy scale we can't even comprehend. So we really had to, like, learn to forgive, because when we forgive others, we're forgiving ourselves. It's just really complex. There's just many laws of the universe at play, and it's pretty simple. So your vibration is going to determine what you're seeing, though, and what dimensions you have access to. Basically, if you're coming from a heart-centered place, your heart chakra is going to be your porthole to fourth density and above. You need an open heart chakra. I see so many people that have blocked heart chakras from grief and pain, and it's so sad, because if we weren't lied to and we really had a good grasp of how the other realm works in these dimensions, like people in higher places do that are lying to the masses, they really know this stuff. If we had that knowledge, it really could save everyone, and we would have different lives, you know? So that's what I do. I try to unblock chakras, and we blocked them along the way with our pain and our grief, if you have a blocked heart chakra. And it's supposed to work ideally where you lose someone, you experience grief, and then it unlocks your heart chakra, and you experience a lot of love, unconditional love. But unfortunately, we got lost in translation. We forgot things. We are only seeing part of the picture. We're all multidimensional beings. Like, we're just seeing such a small part of the picture in the earth physical realm of us. That's why I love tapping into, like, the dream realm, astro stuff, and whatever, because we're so multidimensional. You all have a higher self, as you know. That's going to be a gift to you in the 6th density. And you haven't reached the 6th density. We're working on 3, 4, and 5 here. So that's like a million years in the future. It's about like a million Earth years in the future, at least. So it's like, it's you really evolved, okay? And I embody my higher self in this body, like, as in, I killed the ego, went through the whole ascension process, and now I embody my higher self. I channel my higher self all the time, but it's also something I can draw on outside of myself, because it's so vast and multidimensional. So you can really be asking your higher selves for help. You can be asking your higher selves to show you dreams. You can be asking your higher self, can I astro travel tonight, Kevin? That's what I would do. Right before I tried, can I astro travel, and go to sleep, and it will happen. So you can ask your higher self. You can really draw upon, you have 2 angels and a guide that are helping you. Your guide was the one that sat down with you before you came here and said, no, that's too much. You can't do all that in your life. You should take some of the stuff off. And you said, no, I can handle it. I'm great. I'm good at this. And then they said no, and you went and did it. That's your guide. And you have 2 angels that are protecting you all the time. Sometimes they're putting them in overdrive right now. So you really have a vast, you're never alone. You have the divine in you all the time. So it's really vast. I'm working on living in peace, love, and harmony with basically my twin flame, who I look at like my soul. Like, there will come a time when you will meet your soul in another human body. And how are you going to know? Well, you're going to be really in tune with your own soul, so you'll know, because you have to be complete. You have to be complete as a person to do that, to be reunited. You really have to be complete. If you're looking for something or someone to fill you, it will never happen. We have to be complete on our own and okay with ourselves. And through self-love, that's how I got there. That's how I found my flame. I reached that point of completion where I was okay by myself. I didn't need anyone. And I went from service of self to service of others. Like, I wanted to help. Like I'm doing now. I guess like light work. You know, like angelic stuff, I wanted to help. So when I made that shift, it happened immediately. We are really looking at, like, you're seeing the Mandela effect. I was watching a live video last night, Tracy and Jared's live video. They're talking about the Mandela effect. I had to get off at that point, but it was good. and they really described it perfectly. We're dealing with future probabilities. That's why I say it's a probability. We have a false flag attack Monday, because it's just one of the probabilities I see. Like there's like 3. It depends on how stuff goes. These probabilities are always changing. You have to understand that. And so since time doesn't work, like I can access time because time doesn't work like we think. There is only the now. My past lives and my future stuff is all accessible in the now. Like there is only the now. So time doesn't work like we think. And you have to understand we live in a manifest reality, so we cannot change these timelines just with the simple little choices that we make. Like if I got up this morning and I was like, oh, should I wear the black shirt or the white one? Okay, I wore the white one, but there's another universe complete with me in it wearing that black shirt with everything just like now, but a black shirt instead of a white one. So we really branch off and like make all these multiverses. It's really complex. So there's just really intense energy going around, but you're learning how to be a Jedi. You're a warrior. You're good at this. You're getting good at this. Like it doesn't matter. Like you're learning, it doesn't matter how intense the energies get, that you're just getting better and better. I see people saying, oh, there's a lot of darkness. Well, how are you going to be a light worker without darkness? We need that polarity in the 3rd dimension. You really need that. That's how you learn, with that light and darkness. We're just evolving past that. We're evolving past that, where we're seeing that darkness, all it is something that needs healed. That's all it is. We all descended. We all chose to descend so we could ascend back up. We had to descend. It's like the pyramid in Egypt. We had to descend. So some just chose to descend farther than others. You have to understand that. We all picked these experiences, as crazy as it sounds. I hear really tragic things, like, I don't even want to go there, but really tragic, horrific things happen. People get murdered, whatever, on massive levels. I know people have been through a lot of trauma, but you chose those experiences so that you could become stronger. It gave you something that you needed in the end. Out of the worst tragedy is supposed to come love and good things and people helping. How do you think light workers are made if we didn't have this tragedy? So this is how we were made. Don't let these experiences define you. I'm seeing a lot of people are showing like their scars and what they've been through, and it's really helping others now. We're realizing that we have the answers, that these people, like, we can help, and it's not in the way people might think. Like, we can just help by leading by good example and showing that you can have been in the darkness and you can make your way out. You can go back to the light, because I was taught something different. I think, like, in Christian, or not to go on a rant, because people really should know how I feel about any organized religions, but, like, maybe if I was, like, Christian or Catholic, I would have been taught I'm probably going to hell, and there's no redemption for you, even though they believe in heaven. You're probably going to hell. They use that over your head, like that like, threat, that, like, fear tactic. No, that doesn't exist. That's not real, and you can go back to source anytime you want. We choose that karma. We do it to ourselves. No one's judging us. This is something I've seen a really long time ago. The only ones judging us are ourselves. That's why it's so important we don't judge others. Like, even in a good way. Like, I just read, like, a really touching post in a group about someone who had overdose and was on the streets and on drugs. And, like, I judged him looking at him that he would never have been through something like that because he didn't look like it. That's judging someone too. We don't know what people have been through. Like, we're all so strong now because we've all had these really crazy programmed experiences. The Matrix is really hard. You have to understand that we're learning so much here compared to, like, if we were in high levels of consciousness and just sitting around chilling and meditating and, experiencing tantric sex and meditating and just chilling, like Atlantis, we wouldn't be evolving this rapidly. We're evolving so fast. And, really, I'm going to say this all the time. You need to purify. You need to let go of anything that isn't serving you because it's going to keep you trapped here. Now it's getting real important. It's been real important, but I'm just saying it's getting I don't know. They're having crazy sounds in the ocean somewhere. What country? I forget what country, but they're having crazy, they don't know what it is, and it pretty much sounds like a pole flip. I'm just gonna say, like, crazy things are happening. Like, they say the end of our cycles now. I know they say that every year probably, but the end of our cycles now, whatever. You don't really know. You don't know, because I'm telling you, there's crazy things all around us. There's magic all around us, and it's called source energy, and it's divine, and it's great. And we really live in a magical place, and you don't know what's gonna happen. So I just see that you should all be really excited about this. Like, we should be excited. It's not like, oh my God, I'm so afraid of who the president's gonna be. No, it's exciting. It's exciting. There's light workers everywhere, and we're gonna do this. These systems are coming down. They're being dismantled on their own. You don't even have to do anything. You can just watch. That's the point. Just watch. This is a hologram. You watch. You don't go out and try to fix it. 3D is not fixable. It's gonna crumble. So you don't want to align with it. Just be really careful what you're putting your energy into. It's a really good time for it's really like about emotions this time of year. Like emotions. Just experience them and let them go if they're not serving you. It's kind of like a roller coaster right now. You're going to have a really good, your pretty good weekend. It's really nice compared to last weekend, which was real heavy. But there are heavy, dark energies around. You have to understand that in the third dimension especially, that's where good and evil take the last stance. There's that polarity. It's so real there. That's how they learn. So you're going to see things get crazier and crazier in 3D. Whereas 5D is becoming more and more visible. You're noticing how beautiful the sky is. You're noticing there's something different because the planet literally is moving to different areas of space. So you're noticing maybe the sky is just really beautiful. Did you guys see Saturn in the sky by the moon? You're noticing big things happening with our planet. It's not deniable. You're noticing on a large scale, Earth is raising vibration. And the reason why there's all these crazy events with Earth, Wind, and Fire destroying everything, it's like a self-destruct mechanism. Well, it's like a self-destruct mechanism. When people are living, I started to say this, I got cut off my last live video. When people are living in disharmony, there's going to be disharmony with the weather. As in like tsunamis, hurricanes, whatever. When people aren't getting along and they're living in disharmony like this, oh God, it'll just self-destruct. You'll have a whole pull flip. The earth is a living, Gaia is a living organism. It's something that we need and should be protecting and not trashing and, destroying for like a select few to have money. Look what's going on with Standing Rock. I'm always going to say it's really horrific. Those are guardians of the earth. What you can do is please pray and send healing energy to them, because that energy, that strength, when you do that, it will be behind them and they need that strength right now. So that's the best thing you can do is really pray and send healing energy and stay watching with what's going on. It's really crazy. But it's just so many of us are seeing so many dimensions at once. We're seeing 3, 4, and 5 all at once. And some people are just waking up to there's 4, that bridge, and starting to wake up. And we're just going to stay on the path, and we're going to be that strength. It's kind of like in the Bible. I hate quoting the Bible, but when they say everyone will be hollow at the end, empty, yes, people are spiritually void. They are empty. They already are hollow. And they're starting to realize it, that these societies did so great, like Atlantis and Lemuria, for so long because they were very spiritual places. They had a great spiritual energy, and then it was taken out. It was taken out of there and taken over by mostly Martians in Atlantis. But whenever those societies, like look at the Roman Empire, we're falling like Rome now because they had the same problems with war and greed and whatever, exact same problems we're having now. We're basically repeating history. Any great civilization will fall that is not spiritually inclined. So you're just seeing a lot of craziness. I keep telling you, Earth, Wind, and Fire will destroy all of 3D. I don't know how long it will take. People say like 6 months. I don't know. That sounds pretty accurate. It doesn't sound like it takes a lot of time to burn down a planet. I mean, really, you're seeing it happen. You just saw it with California. Now you're seeing areas of Alabama. You're going to see it more and more. And they're not showing it to you on your news. All I saw when I was at work, they had Hillary Clinton and just a bunch of lies about investigating her when you know that's not true. She would never get in trouble. And just every news channel, like she owns them all, clearly. And it's like, because there's real news going on. We're seeing it on social media networks, and we're spreading it around, and that's the best thing we can do, because most people aren't even aware of what's going on. Like, I was asking my boss about Standing Rock, and he was like, what? Like, people don't know what's going on. So just keep spreading knowledge. I'm going to get off of here. I'm with my twin flame today. I'll be back for readings tomorrow if you guys want me. And namaste, love and light.